This is the new TVS RTR 310. It's the naked version of the RR 310, but there are so many more changes than just that. Let's go around, take a look at the motorcycle, and we'll tell you everything that's new. Since this is a new design, let's start there. You've got a powerful twin pod LED headlamp, and this has a dynamic headlamp. The feature here is that the faster you go, the stronger the intensity of the beam gets. That's quite cool. Over at the back, you also have a dynamic tail lamp. When you brake really hard, the tail lamp will start flashing. I suppose that only works when you're on the move. Now, it's got a big chiseled fuel tank, nice wide handlebar, a new 5-inch TFT display with lots of functionality in there. You can get a taste of some of the features that this bike has to offer, although we will talk about that in more detail. There are multiple variants, and depending on what you buy, you'll get that many features. However, let's talk about the platform first. The main chassis is the same as the RR 310, this trellis frame out here. But this cast aluminium subframe, that's brand new, and it is the first made in India motorcycle to have that feature. Then we come to the engine. It's the same unit as the RR 310, but it's been significantly reworked. It has a bigger airbox. The ECU has been retuned, and the result is that it makes a little more power, now 35.6 horsepower, and a little more torque as well, now 28.7 Newton meters. The exhaust has also been reworked, and here's what the bike sounds like. We'll get an idea of how that sounds on the road, but from here, it sounds cleaner, crisper, and less thrashy than the old RR 310, which is always a good thing. Now, let's talk about the features. There is so much going on with this motorcycle. If you opt for the base model, you get the TFT display with all the functionality, and that functionality includes connectivity to your headset, to your phone, and even your GoPro camera. However, if you go for one model higher than that, you'll get an up and down bi-directional quick shifter. Then, if you select the BTO options, you can get adjustable suspension, which has compression and preload adjustable damping in the front, as well as preload adjustability. At the rear, you will get a preload adjustable monoshock, which has rebound damping adjustability as well. In addition to that, you'll also get the tire pressure monitoring system that you saw on the display and a brass coated chain. Now that is the dynamic package. But if you opt for the Dynamic Pro package, that brings in a whole range of features, things we've never seen before in this segment. A lot of those features are powered by a 6-axis inertial measurement unit, which is a technology that you'll see on big super bikes. That basically measures the attitude of the bike forward, backward, in this direction, and it gives the bike a whole lot of information. Using that information, you get cornering ABS, cornering traction control, and even cornering cruise control, where if you've got the cruise control enabled, you go around a corner, the bike senses how much lean you have, and it reduces the speed accordingly. That's a really clever feature. The IMU also brings in additional support to the ABS. Now the RR 310 always had rear lift mitigation, where if you brake too hard, it wouldn't let the rear come off the ground. But the IMU now adds more sensitivity to that feature. The RTR 310 has traction control as standard even in the base variant, but if you go for the top BTO model with the IMU, that system is a lot more smart, and it even has an anti-wheelie system. The really cool feature on this bike is something I've never seen on pretty much any other motorcycle, and it's the seat. This bike gets a heated and cooled seat. Now heated seats are something you'll see in many motorcycles, but TVS says that this seat can be cooled by up to 15 degrees centigrade. It basically uses a Peltier system, which allows the cooling to happen quite rapidly. We will be riding the bike soon. It's in the middle of Bangkok, it's really hot weather, and this should be a good time to see how that system works. Now, the prices. The base model starts at 2.43 lakhs, which gives you most of the essential features, including the TFT, but not the bi-directional quick shifter. And that is pretty good value for money, considering that the RR 310 is at 2.7 lakhs and the new KTM 390 Duke will be above that. That makes this bike just 10,000 rupees more than the Triumph Speed 400. If you pay a little more, about 2.6 lakhs, you'll get the yellow color version with the bi-directional quick shifter. But if you really want all those goodies, you have to pay for the BTO packs. The Dynamic pack costs about 20,000 rupees and the Dynamic Pro pack costs a little more than that. We'll put the exact prices in a table. And if you want this handsome Sepang blue color, that's another 10,000 rupees. Once you factor all that in, this effectively comes to about a 3 lakh rupee motorcycle. Is it worth it? Well, I think it's a good looking bike. It has a lot of features to offer, and we're going to be riding it soon, so we'll tell you what that's like. But before I end, I just want to show you what the seating position is like, because this seat is quite low. TVS says it's well under 800 mm. I'm quite tall, as you know, but it is pretty comfortable. It's a nice street naked position with a wide handlebar, slight lean down, slightly rear set foot pegs, but I could see myself riding in this position for a very long time. That's all for today. Look out for our full review.